Hi, I'm Specs. Welcome to That Philosophy. Lara Croft is the queen of busts in that classic goodness. But we're not here to talk about her chest. We're here to talk about her baggage. And I don't mean her past. I mean her inventory. Today I want to bust the myth of her inventory. How does that sexy Lara carry all that stuff?
Video games have always had ridiculous systems for carrying items, making the games we play more about fantasy than reality. Video games like Metal Gear Solid are a perfect example of this. Being able to carry a gun, grenades, a missile launcher, and a stack of cardboard boxes is quite unrealistic.
But hey, it's just a video game. Video games are meant to show levels of unrealistic nature and fantasies we cannot reach.
Tomb Raider, on the other hand, is a story that seems more close to real life than others I've mentioned. A girl exploring ancient ruins to find treasure. Sounds like an interesting adventure that perhaps some of us would even dream of.
Back to the question at hand. How does Lara Croft carry all that stuff, find all that treasure, and still look so damn good?
Well, we need a starting point, as all the games take place in different points in time, including the reboot. So let's just stick with the original. Tomb Raider released in 1999, at the point she hit her peak, or shall we say, peaks. We can assume at this point that Lara is a young woman at the height of her personal fitness and conditioning, as evidenced by those gazelle-esque leaps she regularly performs. Some of the original sources for Lara suggest she would weigh no more than 45 kilos, or 45.35 to be more on the nose. Well, that's what Lara supposedly gave in her bio. But that's an insanely small amount of weight. Those numbers wouldn't make sense on an athletic frame like hers. Let's try and be more realistic. One website suggests that her size is due to aiming for high levels of titillation, or making characters with thinner frames have more unrealistic breasts. This alone bumps her weight to the minimum of 58.96 kilos. She certainly wouldn't weigh 45 kilos with those fun bags. Let's break out the boob raider chart. Lara Croft's real specs say she has 36D size breasts, although in recent, younger years she's bumped down to a C. For this example, we are going to use the game's original boob size of 36D.
And trust me guys, these puppies are heavy. They come in at 1.45 kilos each. That's the equivalent of carrying 3 Wii U pads on each side of your chest. 3! Each side! Bananas.
Her weight now sits at a total of 61.86 kilos. And trust me, we need these numbers. I didn't just make us work out boob weight to satisfy our own perversions. Now let's look at her haul. In game she carries things such as a journal for saving progress and a compass. But we want the heavy items, her weapons. The main weapons Lara carries in Tomb Raider are pistols, a shotgun and Uzis. The pistols are modelled after HK USP match, weighing in 748 grams without ammo. But assuming she is going with tactics, the ammo she would use would be a tactical 45. Bringing each gun in at 1.72 kilos. Her shotgun, being a heavy-duty pump action, weighs in at around 3.4 kilos, and her Uzi's around 3.5, bringing her total weight to her backpack to 13.84 kilos.
That's a lot of Wii U pads.
Raiding tombs aside, experts recommend hikers take a bag no heavier than 10 kilos, even when you're spending over a week moving over rough terrain. Backpacking takes you around 15 kilos or more depending on what you're lugging around, but so far Lara's baggage is quite unrealistic. There's also the fact that Lara isn't hiking, but she's climbing, running and jumping, which means her body would have to be extremely well conditioned to continually perform these feats with that amount of weight in her bag.
But we haven't even gotten to the true nature of survival.
Games of this nature were more simple back then. Nowadays, even games like Fallout use water and sleeping as a way to keep you healthy. So if we want to take her bag to a more realistic nature, we need to include a sleeping bag, water and food.
The average weight of a sleeping bag is around 1.45 kilos, which isn't much. But here comes the mother load.
In Tomb Raider, Lara travels to 4 locations: Peru, Greece, Egypt and Atlantis. Each of these places consist of a number of levels, but let's assume each place is explored in a day, as they are all connected tombs in each area. With Lara living in England, travelling to Peru would take her just over 13 hours, then 15 hours from Peru to Greece, then 1 hour and 30 minutes from Greece to Egypt. But what about Atlantis?
How can we map Atlantis when humanity doesn't have a definitive idea of where Atlantis actually is?
Well, Atlantis' gates, or the Pillars of Hercules, are located off the coast in Morocco, so let's assume Plato knew what he was talking about. Taking us 4 hours and 30 minutes from Egypt to Morocco, and then just 2 hours back home. As for tomb raiding time, World of Longplays has the average playthrough time down to 7 hours from start to finish,
bringing the total time to 41 hours.
Now, we don't know her sleeping patterns, but let's just say she manages to be the $6 million woman and do all this in 41 hours. She would need at least 48 hours worth of food. A 24-hour army food ration pack averaging online weighs in at 1.1 kilos. So 2 days' worth would be 2.2 kilos. A smart woman like Lara would ration extra for greater amounts of energy consumption and emergencies. But let's be generous to this example and not include those. As for water, the average amount you should drink a day is 1 to 2 litres, and she would definitely be on the higher end of that average with all the physical activity she's doing. So 4 litres is 4 kilograms. If you've been playing along at home, you will know that this brings her total bag weight to just shy of 22 kilos, 21.49, not including her journal, compass, passports, or the bag itself. Now that weight would drop as she empties her bag, but as for artefacts and treasures she picked up on her way, she would be carrying a bag weighing anywhere between 20 and 40 kilos with her for just under 48 hours. Rocks are quite heavy. If she's averaging this each game and the amount of adventures we don't know about, her back would be murder. The short-term upper back shoulder pain and the long-term lower back damage is almost not worth it, but there is slight relief.
And that slight relief are these Babylons right here.
For onlookers, boobs are great fun. For those of us who have them though, they can weigh us down at the front quite a bit. Taking into consideration she has almost 3 kilos of boobs at the front, that would balance her weight distribution out in her backpack to almost 19 kilos.
But having bigger boobs doesn't really help the cause. In fact, it causes bigger problems.
When balancing the weight, you're putting more strength onto your shoulders, kind of like a seesaw. So the more even the weight is, the easier it will be, but the more damage will be done in the long term. So could Lara carry all this around with her? Yes. But with great weight comes great responsibility. The care of your own body for the betterment of later life.
What a number crunching filled episode of Dat Philosophy we've had today. We've even done some multiplications and divisions of dad goodness. Got anything you'd like me to cover in an episode? Leave a comment in the box below. My name's Specs. That's my philosophy.
Oh, that's hot!
Hi, I'm Specs. Welcome to That Philosophy. Why am I pointing? I'm an idiot. Why do I need to point?
I don't know.
Hey you!
This is where all the bloopers come from.
Today I want to bust her. No, I want to bust her.
You're gonna beat her up.
Today I want to bust the myth of her inventory. How does she carry so much inventory? No. No. How does that sexy Lara carry all that stuff? I don't know if I like that word.
I did, but you can do it again if you want.
Or if you liked it, that's
How do
fine.
you do all that stuff?
Right.
You just stand
I
in the room
just-
like, you got it!
Just slightly. Just to fuck with you. Cheeky.
Sorry, continue.
But hey, it's just a video game. Video games are meant to have a level of unrealistic nature and...
Look.
Imagine you coming out your mother's room, motherfucker! Like, right, chopping it. Fucking focus.
Okay.
It's the heat.
It's the heat. It's the heat. Let's just do it. Let's
Woo!
zoom.
Alright, fuck it.
We got it.
Supposed to show levels of unrealistic nature and fantasies we cannot reach. That was an extra bit
Yeah,
of
there was a little
I'm
like,
adding
sort of
in a
like-
bit
sort of like
more.
And I was like, whoa.
Oh my god. Write this down.
What?
Game idea.
Well, I'm recording it, so it's on.
Title. Nope.
That's it. You put it in and you like, you go to press start, it goes, nope! And then the credits just roll. Like,
No, it's just something that jumps out and just gets the shit out of you.
oh, it's just, yeah, nope.exe, I'm out. Like, oh, it's happening now.
Oh shit, I'm done. Okay. I just shit myself. Carry so much gear. I get
And
stuck.
fly.
And fly.
You're about to take off there.
Or do the slow motion jogging like that chick.
Yeah.
Alright. Glebe pads. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not with the lingo. Oh, this one's glebe.
You're so easily amused. Like, I'll just get your squeaky toy.
Slight relief is these puppies right here. And that slight relief is these bad boys right here. No, that's a bit much. And the slight relief are these Babylons right here. I need to do that with a straight face.
Okay.
Anything you'd like me to cover in the next episode? Got anything you'd like me to cover in a next... Oh my god. I know, right? That's what she said.
Nearly there.
Oh, you fucker.